Hey everybody, it's Friday, and you know what that means? It's a new episode of FearPix Friday. And if you don't know what this is a collaboration between Cinema Society Saturday, which are a group of us that do online horror movie reviews, and FearPix, which is a streaming service for all sorts of independent films and shorts. So a few members of Cinema Society Saturday are a part of this. And what we do is we randomly select movies or shorts from the FearPix app to watch and review and tell all of you more about. Now, the first thing I'm going to mention when it comes to FearPix is it is technically a free streaming service, but you can get a monthly or annual subscription for either $3 or $20. Here's an added bonus though. When you decide to sign up for one of these, use my promo code of ASKWD. Now, this won't actually give you any benefits to your pricing or anything like that, but it does help build our relationship with FearPix because it's through these codes that they can tell how oftenly people are looking at our videos and using those codes. And of course, I can't forget to mention 50% of all the proceeds actually go right back to the creators of these independent films, which that right there is just amazing in my opinion. Now, for this specific FearPix Friday, let's talk about what I watched and what I'm about to review. So, I actually chose to do three shorts, and now I'm going to talk about each one of them. The first one I'm going to talk about is called Convenience. This is just about 2 minutes long, and it's directed by Jacob Owens. This is one of those ones that definitely fits into my category of short but sweet. In these 2 minutes, we do get a fully developed story, and in my opinion, it's fascinating enough that I would be willing to watch a full length movie that involves more of this. But the concept we have here is that a woman comes into a gas station slash convenience store, is looking for a map. The guy behind the counter seems a little bit off. Now, whether this is just due to him being antisocial or for another reason, you'll have to watch to discover. But I will say, even though I was able to guess pretty quickly what happened here, I felt that the acting, the way that this was performed, was done really well. So for this short, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. The next short I'm going to talk about is Makeout Massacre. This one is right around 4 minutes long, and it was also directed by Jacob Owens. I really enjoyed this one. First of all, you have a couple which I don't know if they're supposed to be high school or college age. I mean, if they're supposed to be high school, it's not very believable age-wise, especially the boy. I mean, he's got a full-on beard and everything. I don't know. But he is wearing like a Letterman jacket, so anyway, I'll suspend my disbelief just because I did enjoy what was happening here. Now, the two of them are making out in a car when all of a sudden a gentleman knocks on the window and talks about the fact that this vehicle is leaking something underneath and that the gentleman could pop his hood and this guy is going to take a look at it and see if there's anything he can do to fix that. Now, clearly, this seems like a horrible idea if he in fact does open the hood for this person, and he decides to do so. Now, I ended up being incredibly fascinated by this one, not just because it was really good at the creepy atmosphere and the tone, but this story went in a direction I wasn't exactly expecting. And now I'm extremely intrigued on the possibility of hopefully this being made into a full length feature. Because I enjoyed it so much, I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 5. And the last one I'm going to discuss is Mama Agnes, which is right around 3 minutes long, and this was directed by Alexander the Titan. This is yet another one that I would call short but sweet. In the 3 minutes of this video, we see a girl at home, potentially alone at first, until she realizes that her mother is creepily watching her from the other room. And that's also about the time that she gets a phone call from her mother. When she answers the video chat, she sees her mother on the other line. Now, the real question is the person on the phone real or the woman in the kitchen? Even though this one was pretty quick to guess as to what was going on in it, I did still enjoy it, and the acting in it was well done. The woman who is Mama Agnes, or potentially Mama Agnes, is definitely creepy, and I would be fascinated enough to see what a full-length movie that delves into this a little bit more could be about. So for this short film, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. So those were all of the shorts that I watched and reviewed for this episode of FearPix Friday. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And of course, if you'd like to see what everyone else who's doing this is doing for their reviews, just look up the hashtag FearPix Friday. Additionally, please go and check out FearPix. They have some really great options for movies, whether it's horror, whether it's mystery, whether it's true crime, and a bunch of interesting shorts to watch as well. And of course, I can't forget to mention at least one more time, when you decide to sign up for FearPix, please use my promo code of ASKWD. And hopefully I'll be seeing you back here next Friday.